Welcome in, everybody. Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick synopsis of what's transpiring so far across the market. First, XRP slipped under the 48-cent mark, so technically XRP could be setting up for a bigger drop here, but we'll see all of the technicalities here when we get into the XRP technical analysis. As we are below 48 cents, I'll show you the closest support, and I'll show you also what needs to happen for us to do a reversal. The stock RSI is entering oversold areas, so we'll see if there's any chance of a reversal. Maybe retest that 50-cent area, which I think would be a decent optimistic play here. That would likely happen before a further push down, but we will get into all of that when we get into the technical analysis. I wanted to just do a quick overview, though, of the fact that XRP has broken down past 48 cents. The stock RSI is starting to approach oversold areas. We'll look at a few other indicators that are starting to head towards oversold, and that could give us the validity, or the validation, I should say, to make a push up to 50 cents. Make sure, if you like this content, to share this far and wide on social media. Make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push us through the algorithm. Our video yesterday was our most viewed video in a couple weeks, of about 1,700 views, the update from yesterday morning. But we lost the most amount of subscribers we've lost in ever on the channel. So I don't know if they're purging accounts or what, but that gives me more of a optimism that the ones who don't want to be here are leaving, and the ones who want to stick around are going to push even harder to help dedicate towards the community, but also to help the fellow XRP trader. So it is encouraging to me to see the ones who want to stay here stay, and the ones who don't find what they want to go somewhere else, because technically we don't want to be clogged up with the subscribers by the ones who don't want to be here. So it's actually a blessing in disguise. Positivity over negativity, and I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. You all mean the world to me. It's spectacular and a blessing to have each and every one of you a part of this audience. Good morning, 11:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, October 2nd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So before we get into the, I want to read this at the very end. XRP gears for recovery at above 50 cents as stock RSI and CCI enter oversold regions. So we'll take a look at that before I end this update, but first I want to go through the technical analysis. First, we've got XRP market cap down $500 million. We're at 25.592, down 512.948 million, or 1.96%. We have fallen below the uptrending support in this channel, so we've come down. Our first support area now will be 24.4 billion, so I don't think the pain is ready to stop just yet. We looked yesterday, and since we were going to break back into this, because the live got about 650 views from last night, so not exactly the amount of people that needed to see it, but the ones who were supposed to see it seen it. So what we talked about was how XLM seems to be overrunning XRP. We broke down from this formation, and now the technical target is more than likely going to come down to 8 cents. You can see this inverted head and shoulders that broke down, so pay attention to this formation. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on XLM, but this is the formation right now. Take a look at this, and you can see the breakdown point. Now take a look at XRP. Is it behind XLM? I think so. So it looks like in due time we're going to trace down to probably that 416 level. However, there could be another stopping point in between, as we know. So let's just pay attention to this 2020 up, or the June of 22 uptrend, which the first layer we see right here at the 419. Actually, it's a little bit lower, about the 415. And then if we go into the more the imminent time frames that we just broke down, so we know we have the 418 underneath that, or the 416 underneath that. We've got the 418 underneath this. Sorry, the cat's meowing. I'm gonna go feed. I'm gonna pause this real quick. Okay, sorry about that. So there's just an abused kitty that somebody like burned its eye with a cigarette, cut part of its ear off. It's probably 10 or 11 years old. It's totally declawed, and it found its way in my yard about a month ago. And it doesn't want to come inside or anything, but I built it a house outside, and I've been feeding it just because it's not right that people would be cruel to animals like that. So getting back to what we were talking about. This pattern formation, the immediate formation, this immediate support underneath is about the 43 cent level. If you break this, you come down to the 2022 uptrend from June, and that is the rising channel. But underneath 43 cents, your next logical area is going to be around this 414, 413, just depending where it hits. We'll say 413. So your first area is not that. Your first area is how we've broken down, and you could technically hit right here first at this 43 cent, actually about 427. So 427 underneath for the short-term bear flag. And then if you break that, it starts to, this pattern starts to open up big time. You've got the June of 22 rising channel. That if you break the 42.3 area, we'll say, then you got 413 underneath. And then underneath that, it's just a nightmare. You've got the 2020 uptrend. That could be your last saving grace here if you do fall below this. Wrong chart. And that's right underneath here. And this is the 2020 uptrend. If you pull it back into a more minute level, you can see exactly how this starts to play out. And I've been very transparent. This pattern technically can last until December of next year if it's plays true. If it falls to the next level, then it will take a little bit longer. And then if it falls even farther, it takes a little bit longer. So that's just what we're looking at right now in the short, medium, and long term. Again, this is a very trying time in crypto. It's not for everybody. And I've said it a million times in the past. Most of you who are watching right now probably won't be here when the real time comes for the parabolic moves. Crypto markets, ultimate timeline. You've got 2025 for a lot of liquidity coming in, but ultimately the last bank and or financial institution on extensions, they can technically circumvent the new ISO framework until 2028. After 2028, there's no doing that anymore. It all goes on ISO framework. The new HTML is updated, and there's no way to use the old system. So that's when massive liquidity is going to come in. So this is between a 3 and 5 year venture, but that doesn't mean short-term success can't happen. It's just the end game. You must understand that it's not tomorrow. XRB gears for recovery above 50 cents as stock, RSI, and CCI enter oversold regions. XRP could be on the verge of recovering above the 50 cent threshold as technical indicators indicating the stock, RSI, and the CCI enter oversold regions. This hope of recovery comes amid a downward trajectory that has plagued XRP since its brief rally on October 3rd. The rally resulted from the court's denial of the SEC's motion to file an interlocutory appeal and the ongoing Ripple versus SEC legal battle. Since reaching a high of 5480, XRP's price has experienced a consistent drop, currently 11.4% down from the price top. This descent has brought XRP to its lowest point in about a month, setting the psychological support levels of 50 and 49 cents. However, amid the seemingly prolonged decline, there are promising signs that the asset might be gearing up for a reversal in its price trend. This potential reversal could see XRP regain those critical levels, support levels, and even push past the 50 cent mark. XRP EMAs. One of the critical indicators hinting on the trend reversal is the convergence of the 50-day and the 200-day exponential moving averages. XRP has been trading below these EMAs with the 50-day EMA or at 0.51859 and the 200 EMA at 0.52090. These values indicate bearish sentiment in both the short and long terms. However, these two moving averages are on the verge of forming a golden cross. The 50-day EMA is gradually approaching a crossover above the 200-day EMA. The last time such a golden cross formation occurred was in March, followed by a notable XRP rally reaching as high as 58482. This historical precedent gives XRP proponents hope for a potential recovery. The stock, RSI, and CCI additional technical indicators such as Stochastic Relative Strength Index, stock RSI, and the Commodities Channel Index, CCI, offer further reasons for optimism in the XRP camp. The stock RSI has reached a point where its blue line is perched at minus 0.00, while the orange stripe has descended to 5.18. These values suggest that the cryptocurrency is now in an oversold condition, indicating that the selling pressure may have become excessive and a price reversal may be looming. Lastly, the CCI has fallen to substantial minus 142.10. The CCI is a bounded oscillator, and a value of minus 142.10 indicates the XRP's price is significantly below its typical or average price level, suggesting a strong bearish momentum. However, this value of minus 142.10 also signifies an oversold condition. This means that XRP's price may have dropped too fast and the extreme downside momentum could lead to a reversal or a bounce in the price. XRP is changing hands at 0.48310, which now it's down below 48 cents. The asset has plummeted by now it's about 10% in the past week, actually 11%. The current bearish condition in the broader crypto market has exacerbated XRP's current downtrend. If you got anything out of this update, please make sure to hit that like button. It's so important to hit that like button. Share this far and wide. Allow the YouTube algorithm to push this content and allow more people that want to be in here to be in here. And the ones who don't want to be in here, they'll find their way out over time, especially during the bearish turmoil. Most people are younger traders and they don't understand the accumulation that takes place during a bearish cycle is actually what leads you to riches, not swing trading through bull markets or even bear markets. You're trying to stack up for a recovery phase for ultimately the breakout push. I think ultimately we're waiting until 2028, but that's not ultimately where the next push is going to come. 2024 will more than likely, with about a 65% probability, be a mini bull market. That doesn't mean we're going to break the old highs, but what it means is we're going to have a substantial push up with things that are happening, and then it'll likely reverse back down from not just the tops in 24, but it'll likely clear out the lows of 23 as well. So we're going to have to keep our eyes open, but I have high hopes for XRP. If you love XRP, you found the right community. I'm an XRP holder, I'm an XRP trader, and I'm an XRP enthusiast. Nothing will ever change that, and I am here every single day regardless. No matter if people are subscribing, unsubscribing, watching, not watching, I do my due diligence and I put out the historical evidence for everybody in the future, so you can't say, why didn't this guy tell us what was coming next?